Episode 20.
Quinn felt the ends of his teeth elongate. He didn't know what came over him. Instinct took over before he knew what he was doing. Quinn's teeth sank into Layla's skin. Blood gushed into Quinn's mouth. Layla felt no pain from this. She only felt pleasure. A tingling sensation ran through her body as she felt the blood rush out of her neck. She couldn't resist. The bite paralyzed her. Quinn's hunger dissipated. As it did, a new notification appeared before him.
Your hunger has decreased. You will no longer lose HP.
Quinn continued to suck Layla's blood, ignoring the messages. A new message appeared.
HP regenerating. 15 out of 15 HP.
Quinn's mind returned after the last notification. He let go of Layla, causing her body to fall to the ground. Quinn blinked, seeing her for the first time with a clear mind. Crap. Did I do that? Quinn didn't know where he was anymore. It came back to him slowly. Images flashed in his mind of blood rushing out of Layla's neck. Another notification appeared in front of him.
A+ blood type has been absorbed. You have gained 1 strength.
Quinn wondered what the message meant, but for now, he needed to get Layla out of the library. He didn't want to cause a scene with an unconscious girl in the middle of the library. Quinn heard Layla's breathing, so he knew she wasn't dead. Unfortunately, he saw 2 bite marks on her neck. There was no way to cover that up. Quinn lifted Layla. She was lighter than he expected. Not wasting any time, he headed to the nurse's office. His mind raced to make sense of what happened. He tried to convince himself that the system had played tricks on him. He never felt like he was going to die, even though his HP had been going down all day. Quinn didn't know if going to 0 HP equaled death. However, after what happened today, he didn't want to take any chances. Quinn needed to get things done. He had to know how often his body needed blood. Alas, this meant he would have to starve his body of blood again. Next time, he'd be prepared. He needed to get his hands on some more blood. Before that, he needed to know if Layla would remember anything when she woke up. Would Quinn have to convince her to keep it a secret? If others found out about Quinn's rare ability, there would be a bidding war between private companies and the military. They would do anything to get their hands on a new type of ability. Quinn needed to be strong enough to protect himself before anyone found out. While Quinn ran down the hallway, he got quite a few looks from the other students. It wasn't strange to see someone carrying an injured person in the school. However, it was strange for a boy to carry a girl unless they were an item. Quinn finally reached the infirmary. A single female doctor named Haley stood inside, who looked to be in her early 30s. She wore round glasses and had her hair up in a ponytail. Quinn got flustered. Haley was incredibly beautiful. He didn't have a lot of experience talking to women. Haley sighed when she saw him. She pointed to a bed in the back. Another one? There's a free bed there. If you leave her, I will get to her as soon as I can. Quinn did as he was told. He placed Layla gently on one of the single beds in the back. The infirmary was quite large. Quinn had no idea a school's infirmary could be this big. Haley appeared to be the only one working, even though there were 30 beds. Half the beds were filled with students. Quinn noticed most of them were low levels. Haley came over. She examined Layla efficiently. Haley placed her hand around Layla's wrist, checking her vitals. Haley immediately noticed the 2 small hole marks on her neck. The doctor squinted at the puncture wounds. What happened? Quinn's hands began to sweat. I'm not sure. I was in the library when I saw her on the ground like that. Haley wrote notes on her tablet. Classes ended not too long ago, so it can't have been long since she passed out. The wound on her neck looks like it's already healing on its own. Still, I can't be sure if it will heal. It would be a shame if a pretty girl like her ended up with a scar. Haley placed her hand on Layla's neck, where the bite marks vanished. Haley closed her eyes. After a few seconds, she lifted her hand. The bite marks had vanished. Quinn swallowed, wanting to sound casual. Is it okay if I wait here for her? Haley winked at him. Oh, kids these days. She's lucky to have someone as caring as you by her side. Quinn waved his hands in protest. No. We're just friends, that's all. Haley doubted his declaration, but there were other students to attend to. After Haley went away to look at her patients, Quinn opened up his status screen.
Strength 11. Agility 11. Stamina 10.
So, it really did give me an extra stat point after all? Quinn didn't know why blood strengthened him, but he decided not to question it too much. He had received 2 optional quests to suck the blood of those he had defeated. Quinn assumed at the time that the stat point was an extra reward for winning a fight, but it appeared there was no need to fight. Does that mean that I can drink anyone's blood to gain a stat point? I wonder what happens if I drink Layla's blood again. Maybe I'll get another stat point. Should I risk it? He looked at Layla lying there peacefully. He felt in control of his body. There was no urge for him to suck on Layla's neck again. Quinn's teeth also returned to normal. Quinn quickly found a syringe and a needle. He checked around the room, but Haley looked busy. He took the syringe and hid it behind his back. He scooted over to where Layla lay unconscious. He felt around Layla's wrist for her veins. I'm really sorry about this, Layla, but you're going to have to be my guinea pig. He searched for the right spot on Layla's wrist. When Quinn felt ready to extract some blood, he heard someone crash into the room. Peter stood by the door, sweating. Is Quinn here? Why is Peter here? He put the syringe away. Quinn didn't want anybody seeing what he was about to do. Peter spotted him. The boy rushed over to Quinn's side, pulling his sleeve. Quinn, thank God you're here. You have to come. Vorden's in trouble.